Welcome everyone back. This is a recast for Amateur.DOTA 2 League Season 6 EU entry level playoffs. We have CamaleonZ versus ARX.DOTA. This game was played about 10 days ago. It's a match from last week's playoff. I'm just recasting it upon request. So it will be on directed camera because seems to be a little bit bugged. Free camera seems to be a bit buggy. I'm not too sure what's going on, but that's why I'm going to be putting it on. As you can see over here, it's pretty obvious. So I usually don't have that problem if I'm broadcasting live, but anyway, I'll go straight into the game from this. This is game 1 of CamaleonZ versus ARX.DOTA, and once again this is the EU entry level playoffs for Amateur.DOTA 2 Season 6. If you are interested to play in the EU or the NA entry tournament next season, which is Season 7, the registration is already open. Games will begin, I believe, on the April 16, 2015. You could just Google Amateur.DOTA 2 League, or I believe the website is Amateur.DOTA2League.com. Registrations is open. I personally believe entry level registration is free. It doesn't actually cost you anything. Prize money is, I think, $50 US. I'm not too sure, but obviously most players don't play for the prize money. They play for the experience, the exposure, the community. We all want to have fun together, and that's the whole point of gaming. Anyway, we'll get back into the game. We have ARX.DOTA banning out Axe, a fairly common ban right now. Most teams do not like to deal with Axe. It is a fairly strong hero. Some pro players do say that Axe is a little bit OP at this moment, but anyway, Axe is being banned out, and we do see that ban as a fairly common ban. Sniper and Throw Warlock being banned out by CamaleonZ, and Lion also being banned out, one of the better supports right now. And Viper and Silencer will be banned out by ARX.DOTA. So as you can see, a Bat Rider and a and F Shaker being picked up by ARX.DOTA right here. So Silencer is definitely a annoying hero to deal with. If you're a Bat Rider, you don't want to blink in and prepare for your lasso, set up your lasso, blink in only to have a global silence go off, and that's of course extremely troublesome. Earthshaker 2. Anyway, we have a Viper being banned out as a third ban from ARX.DOTA, and Twin Hate Dragon. I'm not too sure why Twin Hate Dragon is being banned out. It's not exactly an extremely common ban. Maybe a respect ban coming up from watching replays. I have not watched any replays from both of these two teams. We do have PA being banned out as the 4th ban. You can see CamaleonZ putting a lot of effort banning out a lot of hard physical damage carries away. Their first pick, of course, is the Vengeful Spirit, probably the second best support personally in my opinion after the Lion. Lycan will be picked up, and Centaur Warrunner as their second and third pick respectively. Centaur Warrior definitely going into the off lane. You probably see the Lycan going into the safe lane on the jungler. They lack a mid hero right now. Drow Ranger will be picked up as a third pick. So Drow Ranger, as always, since the patch of her aura, which makes it global and gives bonus damage based on her agility, as I was just about to say, she is often picked, and support V-Stage always works really well with her. The amount of slow the two heroes combined together has, the amount of damage Drow Ranger does in a short period of time, charges up the Soul Assumption extremely quickly. The third skill, Aura, definitely contributes a big amount of damage to V-Sage's familiars. Familiars have very high attack speed, but the attack drops ridiculously quickly. Every hit they loses damage and finally drops down to a damage of 10. But with Drow Ranger's Aura, and if reasonably farmed Drow Ranger, you would easily give 50 to 70 bonus damage to the familiars, and with their attack speed they are a ridiculous thing to deal with. A Spirit Breaker being picked right here, so we may see a Spirit Breaker farming the safe lane and a Lycan relegating to the jungler. unless the Spirit Breaker is a support Spirit Breaker, which I personally don't feel it's a very good support at all. But we'll see how CamaleonZ plays this out. And once again, of course, from the lineup, it looks like ARX.DOTA is going to be a 4 protect 1 situation right now. It's all going to be on Joe Ranger and how much she manages to farm. But as we can see now, both teams are lacking that significant mid-hero. Storm Spirit and Juggernaut being banned out. Both are Storm Spirit definitely an excellent hero to on both lineups actually, I feel. Though I think CamaleonZ might have a Bat Rider and Earthshaker definitely a better lineup to deal with the Storm Spirit actually. Although I think CamaleonZ should pick up a Puck. Though I feel Puck would actually be a very good pick for both teams right now. Both the Puck's phase shift does evade a lot of spells right here and is able to set up a lot. It's definitely able to set up a Centaur Warrunner if it's managed to drop like a coil on 2 to 3 heroes. It's probably very good for the Centaur Warrunner to use the ultimate and come in and set up some chain stuns. It's good for Bat Rider. It's good for Earthshaker. Definitely a core works very well with the Joe Ranger, and Visage is just something that needs people to deal a lot of damage when we deal damage. The core does evade a lot. Both teams don't have a lot of sustainable lockdown, so a Koi and a Blink, a Koi and should be pretty good. Or even well, they don't need a Clockwork. Both of them have their offlaners. They need a mid hero that strives with the lack of a lockdown. Storm is definitely one. Ember Spirit could be one, but Ember Spirit doesn't really fit into this lineup. Ember Spirit doesn't do well against physical damage, so we do have a Lion, a Spirit Breaker, Joe Ranger. These are all really heavy. Alina would be picked up by CamaleonZ. This actually makes it even better for ARX.DOTA to pick up a Puck. Lina's ultimate can be dodged by the Puck. Granted, there should be no lag and all, because Lina, similar to Lion, has a delay reaction to the ultimate. So if the Puck is able to phase shift just in time, I believe, though my knowledge of the Dota 2 mechanics isn't sufficient, I believe it is able to dodge Laguna Blade and Finger of Death. And the Puck will be picked up by ARX.DOTA, so I don't think this is going to be a very nice mid lane for Lina. Lina is going to struggle very badly against the Puck. I believe the Puck does have a higher base damage, and Lina's skill is more spammable than the Puck, I believe. So I'm not too sure how this is going to work out for him. But I do see the tri-lane of Drow, Earthshaker, and Visage striving. Fissure, if you are able to stuck the Centaur Warrunner with a Fissure, it is going to be a lot of burst damage coming out. Joe Rangers just need one lever into a slow, just start slowing the Centaur Warrunner, and then Visage can throw the Soul Assumption up pretty quickly. Should be able to throw 2 Soul Assumption if the creep wave is near the tower, and that in itself is a lot of ridiculous damage. We do have a quick pause coming up right away, but anyway, we'll just go through a quick review of everyone. We do have, okay, it doesn't work on replay mode, never mind. We do have a Pyro Streak on the Puck. We have Emerald on the Earthshaker, Speedy on the Visage, Gridar on the Bat Rider, Mayan on the Draw Ranger, which would probably be the key hero for ARX.DOTA in this lineup. We here have AGN on the Lina, Leskin on the Vengeful Support Vengeful Spirit, Virgil on the Spirit Breaker. I'm not too sure whether he will be a support Spirit Breaker or a carry Spirit Breaker farming the safe lane, and a solo support. personally don't think a solo support is a good idea, and I personally don't think Spirit Breaker is a good support either. Raft on the Lycan, and ESAS on the Santo War Runner. So it looks like it's probably pretty obvious we're going to have an aggressive tri-lane on the bottom for ARX.DOTA, a off-lane Bat Rider, and a solo mid puck within the aggressive tri-lanes. As I said before, on the Earthshaker, Research, and Draw Ranger, we should have a pretty high Q rate if Santo War Runner doesn't play safe. We do have the Santo War Runner on the offlane, as I would assume a Lina on the mid, which I believe is going to struggle against a Pug. And then we have a Vengeful Spirit as a support in the safe lane, protecting either the Spirit Breaker or the Lycan. And of course, if the Spirit Breaker is going to farm, the Lycan is going to be the jungler. I'm not too sure which would be the better. I guess the better idea would be to have the Lycan farm the safe lane. It's always better to be able to farm the safe lane, of course, and I personally don't see a solo Vengeful Spirit support being a good idea at all. Vengeful Spirit needs a little bit of light item. A medallion or a 4-staff is always good on the Vengeful Spirit, though not key, but we do have an early engagement here. Draw Ranger is within position of a charge that could potentially come out. No idea what's going to happen. Sentry Ward is dropped down to block the cam for the pool, so that would make it easier and safer for the Santo War Runner to be in the lane. A ward also being dropped down right here, as you can see on the minimap. I'm pinging it up, but it's basically over here, and the ward here protecting the safe lane, and a charge will be used onto the Earthshaker, who drops out a Fisher to block down it, but looks like it doesn't really matter. The Valkyrie will go both. Oh no, we'll go one each. Bat Rider will pick up Valkyrie up top, and the Spirit Breaker, not too sure what role he's going to play yet, will be picking up the bottom bounty rune. Spirit Breaker and the Vengeful Spirit venturing up top to their safe lane. A defensive ward being placed down by both teams, actually, placing their defensive wards onto the mid lane up to scout out the upper rune. That's a pretty basic ward right there. And Earthshaker now back here trying to zone out the Santo War Runner, who will be exchanging some hits just for the fun of it, I believe, just for fun. Puck, as you can see in mid there, Puck did throw up a ult to scout out the two support, whether they were turning around to gang him or not. But down here we'll be having, so one thing good about the directed camera is I won't be too worried about missing any kills right now. But we do see both carries having a pretty good day, pretty okay day. I'm actually surprised the Puck isn't doing better. I guess once the Puck gets a little bit more lever, it will start dominating that lane, but for now we do not see much difference. So Spirit Breaker will go into a support role as expected. Oh, sadly the Fissure ends up on the wrong side, but this may be first blood right here. A lot of slow coming up. No soul assumption coming out. I don't think he has the lever yet, so no lever on the soul assumption. Otherwise that kill might have been sufficient, so might have been first blood actually. We do have a 3 souls. If he does have the level 1, he would have been able to throw out 200 damage onto the Centaur. That would not have been enough to kill him anyway. Draw Ranger does skill the aura and the first skill. No silence pickup so far, but on top lane we do have a pretty weird location ward here. This is a pretty okay ward. It does scout up the river, definitely. It helps spot the roaming support that pulls and comes in for the gang. And it's probably better if you know your opponent is an aggressive D-warder, So that might be what ARX.DOTA is doing. They're throwing the ward here so that it will not be in the ward range. And as you can see, a sentry ward is being dropped right here. I believe it's a sentry ward because there's already 2 observers. Sentry ward already being dropped right there. So yeah, where's the okay, the second sentry ward is used to block the camp. But we do have a sentry ward being dropped right here, trying to de-ward that ward so they could get some kills on the Bat Rider, because the Bat Rider sometimes farm the safe camp over here. So de-warding that ward would be essential for them to limit the farm that the Bat Rider can have. And nonetheless, the Bat Rider did place the ward in a more awkward position to prevent the de-ward from coming out, from happening in general. So as you can see, the directed cam has brought us up top here, and now it's brought us back, so it doesn't really matter anyway. The offlanes are doing pretty well on both sides, except for the fact that Centaur Warrunner just got zoned out pretty badly right now, and of course you can see the Bat Rider is half a level above. An engagement does happen onto the Bat Rider. Firefly being used, but it will fly down and now turns back to re-engage onto the Spirit Breaker and the Adventure Spirit just to drop down some napalm. And napalm, of course, an annoying thing for the Lycan Watcher to deal with. And as you can see, Lycan is getting harassed pretty badly, though still doing quite well on the farm. Starting to be zoned out, but definitely makes the lane easier for the Bat Rider. So as you can see, that's why the Bat Rider has a better lane. He's about a full level above. We do have an engagement here. Spirit Breaker charging in onto the Bat Rider. Does not have Firefly. He may go down right here. Firefly being used, but First Blood will go the way of the Adventure Spirit with a magic missile being used onto the Bat Rider. So the advantage that the Bat Rider has over the Centaur Warrunner may be cancelled out right here. Though Centaur Warrunner is being zoned out pretty badly. Earthshaker, as you can see, sitting down the river waiting for a good opportunity to trap the Centaur Warrunner. But a ward is placed right there to scout this out. And as you can see, now that the Puck has gained some levels, he is dominating the mid lane compared to the Lina at 11-7 over the 4-3. The orb is max mana will allow him to throw 3 orbs, and at max mana, Lina will be able to throw 5 Dragon Slaves actually, but she does try to max out the stun, which I personally don't feel it's the best thing to do. An engagement here onto the Lina. Fissure comes in and she dodges the stun, but the stun still hits. Looks like Puck won't be diving in for deck. A charge will be coming up. Face Shift manages to dodge the magic missile. Puck getting really low. Adventure Spirit chasing it. One more right click here. Not enough. Earthshaker may pay his life, and Earthshaker will go down. Face Shift used to dodge the final Dragon Slave, and Puck will stay alive. So that engagement onto the Lina, very good turnaround. Spirit Breaker charge in, Adventure Spirit rotate just in time right now. But the border is picked up by the Puck, so we might see it turning around. Lina did get a kill. Was Lina the one that got it? No, Spirit Breaker was the one that got a kill right there. So not as good for the Lina. Lina is still under level, I believe, a little bit under level, but 1 or 2 creeps, so that's not too big of a deal. Centaur Warrunner has actually started to catch up, but looks like Lycan is in danger right here. Charge will be used to slow this down, and Lycan is actually in a pretty dangerous position. Low, but not probably not dangerous. Visage does not have a stun. It does have a high damage output, but it takes a while to charge up the soul, especially with a Bat Rider that doesn't deal a large amount of burst damage. One thing with the Laguna Blade, of course, is that if you Laguna Blade someone, you automatically gives Visage a max soul, so that will be a 500 damage soul assumption, and the Laguna Blade doesn't do that much at level 1. Excuse me. Excuse me again. The level 2 Laguna Blade will max out the Soul Assumption, I believe. A charge onto the Earthshaker we will see here, but likely it's going to be cancelled on Visage. Roaming in the jungle might be caught right here. He looks like he will run into the Spirit Breaker and Adventure Spirit, so Soul Assumption taking out a little bit, just taking a lot of hits right there, losing about 50% of max HP. They're going down, and the supports will roam out. Charge being used on the puck right now. Dream Core level up, so he is dodging Admiration will be used to dodge that. Silence being used onto the Spirit Breaker. Doesn't look like he's getting out of this. The Magic Missile will complete the kill. Slow being used on the Adventure Spirit, but I don't think that's going to bring the Adventure Spirit down anyway. 3-0, and ARX.DOTA is struggling right now, though I would personally say the Bat Rider is doing pretty well right here. And the thing about a roaming support for the Chameleon is that once you roam your support out and leave your Lycan alone with the Bat Rider is going to do pretty well against the Lycan, and not only pretty well, it's going to create a pretty bad situation for your Lycan. Park returns to lane and continue to dominate Lina. I don't think Lina has her level 6 yet. Yes, Lina does not have her level 6. Puck does. I think Puck is a full level above the Lina. Okay, no. Lina has a level 6 now. Puck is about like half a level above the Lina. No stacks coming out. Actually, we do have V6 is now stacking for the Bat Rider, likely. I don't think you're gonna stack for the Puck, who is already doing really well. Lina is in danger here. Silence Dream Coin being dropped right down to the Lina. Stun. Fails to dodge the stun, but he will go down. That is a terrible play from the Puck right there. Centaur Warrior pops the ultimate, trying to save the Lina, but he will go down. Actually trying to save himself. Draw Ranger will get the kill on the Centaur Warrior, even though the ultimate was used, charged in onto the Visage, but not enough to secure a kill or anything. Haze being picked up by the Visage, so let's see what she's able to do with the Haze. A charge is now being used onto the Bat Rider, not exactly in a position that will enable anyone. Lycan pops up an ultimate to chase down the Bat Rider. TP coming in from the Earthshaker, and the Puck is not here. Actually, I'm selecting the Puck. Lycan will get the kill on the Lycan's Wolf will get the kill on the Bat Rider. Actually, Draw Ranger TPC to get a kill on the Spirit Breaker. Not exactly a very good exchange. Of course, they do slow down the Bat Rider's Blink Dagger, I believe. But the Draw Ranger gets another kill. You do not want the Draw Ranger to get more kills. You do not want the Draw Ranger to be able to farm. Double Wraith Band being picked up. 1400 gold. Might be going for a quick casual Yasha. We do see a lot of players. Slow misses. Very Fisher will connect onto the Lycan, and it looks like the Lycan will go down. Not before Draw Ranger does get the kill first. Lina gets a killing spree. Laguna Blade used onto the Draw Ranger. Of course, the Double Wraith Band does give it a little bit of HP, but not sufficiently charged used on the Earthshaker. We'll see where they better get this. Laguna Blade not Laguna Blade, sorry. Dragon Slave does connect, and the last hit will go the way of the Lina. Lina gets a double kill. The killing spree was actually Draw Ranger's killing spree, and as I was mentioning, a lot of pro players like to do this, double wave band and then into a casual Yasha. It gives a lot of bonus damage, but of course you can see she only has a level 2 precision aura here. A potential slow engagement onto the Centaur Warrior, TPing in from the Draw Ranger. Draw Ranger will rotate into the jungle and try to catch the Centaur Warrior, but it looks like Centaur Warrior noticed that and he ran away. Draw Ranger will be left to farm. Lycan is leading the current farm chart, but doesn't really matter. I think he died once to the Draw Ranger, so that's not exactly great. Net worth Draw Ranger is above slightly. Lycan is a little bit behind on the lever. Vermeer's offering is completed. Pubbing Yara engagement onto the Draw Ranger. Extremely important kill here, going the way of the Centaur Warrunner. This will slow her down, and as you can see, Lycan does overtake that kill right there. Does overtake the net value right there, and I was about to go around, but you can see here no talisman being picked up on the puck, not trying to rush anything right here. Slow being used on the Vengeful Spirit, double the charge and the stun will come in. A lasso being used at the back on the Lina, so the dominating no, there's no dominating actually. The V6 exchange for the solo mid Lina, so that's a good exchange for ARX. Though they're still behind right now, definitely they did lost the draw for nothing right there. Puck's ultimate is being dropped right there, but nothing much the puck can do with the TPing. It's slow being used onto the Lycan, as you can see. More slow coming out. Dream Coin being dropped down. This looks bad for the Lycan. A lot of damage coming out right now. Does dodge the Lumina, but it doesn't matter. Joe Ranger does get a return kill right there. Santo Runner trapping. They're trying to TP out. Does manage to TP out right there. He will get away. Earthshaker staying alone. I don't think he can pick him off alone. He does have an Echo Slam, might be able to do it. Echo Slam does come out, but the Enchant Totem does not connect sadly. TP coming in from the Vengeful Spirit, might be a change engagement here. Charge does come in, and Enchant Totem manages to connect onto the Spirit Breaker, but Spirit Breaker does not go down. One last hit, and now he's trying to TP out right now. Swap is used to cancel the TP, and Enchant Totem over there, and the bottom on the other hand, Visage and the Joe Ranger and the Park actually combines to bring down the Centaur Warrunner. Earthshaker still alive right here, but Charge will secure the kill, and Spirit Breaker will go down to the Radiant Tower. At the same time, the Dire just lose their bottom tower, and we will continue to push on. Visage now has a familiar, and Aura being activated. Yes, Aura is activated to bring down the bottom tower. This looks like a trade, a T1 for a bottom lane T2. Not the smartest idea. Honestly, I would, if you want to pull it badly, it's probably quite a dumb idea. They traded a bottom lane T1, a top lane Radiant T1, which is definitely the least important tower of all the Radiant towers, for two bottom lane Dire towers, which is among the more important towers which give them the control over the Roshan Pit, which is the biggest benefit to play on the Dire. Of course, Dream Coin being dropped right now, only connecting on the Lina. Fissure will come down. Joe Ranger will get the last hit onto the Lina. Slow coming out onto the Vengeful Spirit. Stun from the Visage connects beautifully onto the Visage. Killing spree going the way of the Joe Ranger. Double kill. And this is looking really good. Joe Ranger's lever in position aura coming up. So one lever into her ultimate. Marksmanship, I believe. So she is starting to pick up a lot of damage. She does gives a bonus of 31 right now. No casual Yasha coming out. Actually might be rushing a BKB with an Ogre Club being picked up right here. Blink Dagger already up right there. So this looks like a chainmail, probably going to definitely a standard Visage medallion. Not rushing a blink on this side too. Puck getting really close to his blink. Phase shift carry style Lina as expected. Engagement here onto the Earthshaker. Charge being used. Connection stun. Looks like Earthshaker will go down, so no blink dagger for him for any time soon. Glyph coming out onto the bottom, hoping to get within range to deny, but will not be able to connect the deny. Medallion already available on the Vengeful Spirit. Earn on the support Spirit Breaker. Nothing much beyond that, like it with his Vermeer's offering. Not sure whether he's going for the push or anything, but looks like they will go for the Roshan. And Visage was Joe. Actually, Visage now will be in range. Will pick up the bounty rune, but will not scout the Roshan out. Engagement will come out. 4 heroes will try to engage on the 5. Dreamcoin connects on 2 right now, bursting the support. Bursting the Lina and the Centaur Warrunner down right here. We do have the Vengeful Spirit in a very dangerous position right now. Charge will be used onto the Puck, who blinks forward to engage. Now Phase Shift will dodge the charge. Vengeful Spirit will go down right now. Stun, not actually. Vengeful Spirit will stay alive on the back. On the other hand, Spirit Breaker will go down. A last hit onto the Puck. This is stupid. Why is Lycan still in there? Looks like Lycan is going to pay with his life right now. He will lose the Roshan. He will actually get the Roshan, but the Puck manages to snatch it, and Joe Ranger kills the Lycan. extremely terrible and bad play coming up from Chameleon. That might have just lost them the game. I'm not sure why did they engage with the Lycan still in the pit. I mean, if you want to fight, everyone should come out and fight. If you don't want to fight, everyone should just back off. Instead, they decided to fight 4 on 5, lost 4, and then lost the Lycan and lost the Aegis. So they got nothing out of that. That was really dumb. And that fight, I believe, pushed Earthshaker's pretty. Actually, didn't help Earthshaker much right there. Medallion is completed and point booster picked up by the Visage. So it looks like they are going to have. He's going for a Gun Scepter, the 3rd familiar with the Drow Ranger's aura. Definitely a big thing to pick up. 4 staff, very close Bat Rider to his 4 staff, so a Blink 4 staff is probably the most annoying thing to deal with. Probably that I forgot to mention just now would be the Vengeful Spirit pick in reaction to the Bat Rider. Definitely a counter pick. Vengeful Spirit does deal with Lasso really well. No Casual Yashar on the Drow Ranger, but a BKB will be picked up and she will work directly into a Morbid Musk. Smoke now on 4. Drow Ranger will walk down the mid but will not be spotted out. It will rotate up top, but Visage may have been spotted right there. No, Visage still under the concealment. Lycan is in the danger of being picked up right now. Lasso used onto the Lycan. This is a dead Lycan for sure. TP actually being used. Ultimate not in time. Santo breaks in with the ultimate but gets stunned up immediately. A lot of damage coming out. Lycan will go down. He will go down. And the Spirit Breaker dying at the bottom too. Lina now in a position. Silence coming out of Lina and Lina will go down. Mega kill for the Drow Ranger. This game looks like ARX managed to turn this early game loss around, and we do see that happen a lot with the Drow Ranger and a lineup that works around the Drow Ranger pretty well. So we do have the Visage, the Bat Rider, and the Puck, or which have skills which support a very powerful Drow Ranger. And once the Drow Ranger gets like her max level into her precision aura, she helps boost the damage coming out from the Puck and the Visage. As you can see, I think the bonus is now 46, so that helps a lot. And once the precision aura is activated, the familiar gets 46 damage as well. She does have a double level in marksmanship right now. She does have a BKB to deal with the Lina. Silence now connecting onto the Santo blinks in, starts on 2. They will be able to burst the Drow Ranger down, and Laguna Blade used to confirm a kill onto the Visage. The Puck will may be able to secure a kill here on the Lina. Swap being used, it doesn't matter. She will still go down. Aegis of Immortal popped onto the Puck. Fail chain stun right there, but Puck will go down anyway. Bat Rider now diving the T2, going Spirit Breaker going really low actually, and no kills right there. Looks like Vengeful Spirit is now the one in danger anyway. Magic Missile coming up onto the Bat Rider to ensure that he stays secured. Dominating going the way of the Bat Rider as he secures a Q. Chain stun blinging in down. That's a better stun. A double H being used to get the kill. Centaur Warrunner, the charge on the Spirit Breaker, keeping the vision for the Centaur Warrunner to blink in for a stun. Lycan now trying to push the middle in, which is probably their only chance to stay alive, right? Only chance to win this game right now is definitely to try to rat a little bit, get back the goal advantage that they were trying to get. Actually, they didn't really have a goal advantage. Goal advantage went the way of ARX.DOTA up to 7,500. It's now dropped back down to 5,000. The experience similarly, they did have an advantage in kills. That's about it. Small slack advantage before ARX took some 2 to 3 really good fights. One major fight, definitely the Roshan fight, where they lost 4 or 5 heroes actually, and I believe they didn't get any hero on ARX. And of course the second fight up top, where the engagement on Lycan and everyone from Chameleon just TP'd and walked in, and it was like they were coming in one by one to die. That was two very bad fights that probably gave the lead away. Centaur Warrior blinks in. BKB pop just in time from the Draw Ranger, so he will not be able to chase down right there. And Draw Ranger looks like Draw Ranger is trying to bring the Centaur Warrior. The Centaur Warrior will get away. Spirit Breaker charge in to save the Centaur Warrior and will pay with his own life. Dream Coil drop down onto the Lina and is being burst down. Laguna Blade used onto the Visage again. Visage dies. Centaur Warrior trying to stun up. Double action to the puck and will go down instead. Bad Rider comes in less so onto the Lycan, I believe, and the Lycan has gone down now. Vengeful Spirit now also being burst down. Spirit Breaker still not cancelling the charge, trying to get a kill onto the Draw Ranger, and he will get the kill on the Draw Ranger, but looks like he may pay with his life right now, being slow and blocked by the Bad Rider, as Visual will come out. A lot of damage coming out. He is in a better position. If his charge just cooldown, yes, his charge just cooldown, he is able to charge out of there. The buyback from the Spirit Breaker secures a kill onto the Draw Ranger, but otherwise it is a team wipe actually. And 3 for 5 right there, and a major swing right there. Just goes back up to 5k. As you can see, the Draw Ranger is now 2k value above the Lycan wardrobe, so this looks really bad for Chameleon. So 2 really terrible fights, and now that will make it the 3rd bad fight. Arguably the buyback from the Spirit Breaker did secure them the kill on the Draw Ranger, so that makes it a little bit better. But here we have some engagement, aggression, nothing much beyond that. Central Warren is still trying to chase the Bad Rider down. Central Warren does have his blink, which is important. Necronomicon level 2 being picked up, and Vengeful Spirit continues to build out a lot of armor. Does have 19 right now with the medallion, and trying to buy out probably a mechanism right here. Lina Scepter is ready, so does puts her in a better position. D-Ward there coming up may cost her her life. Chainsaw coming up from the familiar. Stun connects on 1. The coil connects on 2. Visage does pay with her life. The Laguna Blade used on Pyro Streak. Looks like he might stay alive. He does stay alive with the phase shift. Dodging that one, slow being used onto the Visage. Puck in a dangerous position, but will be able to secure a kill onto the Spirit Breaker. That D-Ward come at the cost of both of their supports. Puck getting a kill. Dream Coil, good, very good Dream Coil drop there to stun up the situation, and there is another swing, 1600 goal swing. It's getting closer and closer back to the original lead they have. Bounty Rune available there, so Pyro Streak on the puck will be able to heal back up, switch up to the Agility, Vitality Point Booster drop down to maximize the effects of the border. Point Booster is picked back up, he will sit at 800 HP. Santo TPing out right there, push coming in the mid as Bad Rider returns to defend the T2 top lane. Dream Coil is still on cooldown, but the tower will go down right there, and the Radiant team will back off. Looks like they want to go for Roshan. I'm not too sure whether it's up yet, but they will want to go for it. And Chameleon looks more interested in staying in the base and making sure that no extra push is coming up. So all 5 are now clustered up actually. They want to defend their T3. The smoke is being used. 5 heroes will go to the Roshan pit again, I believe. Visage familiar scouting out the Roshan pit, and nothing much from there. What's being dropped down? Bad Rider will pop the smoke. He is being charged up. 4 stuffs himself away, but will be burst down. A lot of magic damage being thrown out right there. As you can see, a whole lot of spells coming out right there. He will go down. For stuff being used to try to save himself, but not enough. Invisibility Rune picked up by the Vengeful Spirit as they venture down to the mid T2. Puck TPing in, does not have full HP or nor full mana actually. I'm not sure whether it's a good fight for him to take. He does not have sufficient mana for a full combo, but he will stay and try to push the lane back anyway. They do pick up a potential swap up top, even though Vengeful Spirit is with an Invisibility Rune. And looks like this will be a standoff. And you see the Lina and the Vengeful Spirit right there. A swap stun Laguna Blade, a lot of burst damage coming out right there. This is a level 2 Laguna Blade, so we do have a 670, that will be a 1000, 1250, minusing the 25% armor, is probably about 1000, average somewhere there, about 1k, slightly less than 1k burst damage from the Lina herself. And she's pretty high level right now. She did put a lot into her Fury Soul, so she will be able to throw a reasonable amount of damage. Both teams playing extremely aggressive wards actually. One defensive Roshan ward right here, and 3 really aggressive wards from ARX.DOTA, and one of course up here between the top T2 and mid T2. They do see the whole team. A lot of smokes being picked up by ARX, so we might be able to see some action soon. Once again, it's pause coming up from Chameleon. Pipe also completed on the Red Centaur War Runner. Not much item progression on the rest. Venture Spirit working closer to a mechanism. Level 3 Necronomicon is ready. Ogre Cloud being picked up, likely going for a BKB. We do see the Puck completes his Aghanim Scepter. Blink Dagger already out right here. V6 getting very close to his Scepter too. Mechanism is completed on the Batrider, and Joe finally picks up the Casual Yasha, though I don't think this is probably casual anymore. Some miscommunication right there. A Casual Yasha, a Yasha being picked up, probably working towards a Mental Star. We do have a pretty farm Joe right now. She does give 46 damage. And a restart's coming back up, so we will see. Obviously, regeneration rune available at the bottom line, just walking around farming up some stuff. Centaur trying to push up the top lane as much as possible. Looks like Radiant will go for the Roshan right now, but it is being scouted out by the Wolves. Generation rune is bottled up by the, this looks bad right here. Blink in will come in. A lot of stuff, false stuff being used to move himself away from silence, to drop down. Slow coming up onto AGN. The Lina Joe Ranger taking some hits, shooting some hits onto the Lina. They will back off. Look, this is a better play. You either stick S5 and fight, or you back off. You do not fight 4 on 5 and then try to take, while one tries to take Roshan. That's just a stupid decision right there from Chameleon in the past fight. And looks like Spirit Breaker will go in and check the situations on the oh, smoke will be used right now for Radiant to re-engage onto the Roshan, but the Lycan Wolf does spawn it out, and the Puck is in a position to actually jump on the Spirit Breaker, and everyone else is actually smoked up. Batrider does have a Firefly and is actually on top. Far range drops now on lasso used onto the Vengeful Spirit. The Vengeful Spirit will go down, though 2 ultimates being used to secure that kill, though Dream Coin being dropped. That's actually the first bad Dream Coin I see this game. It does not connect on anyone, but probably trying to fish anyone else standing near the Vengeful Spirit, especially the Spirit Breaker, which is pretty near, but he got away just in time. And there you have it, Roshan and a support kill. Looks like they may be interested to take high ground here. Actually no, they are moving. Okay, they are interested to get this high ground right now, but there may be an exchange here. Actually, I think Draw Ranger took a creep to help the pool, but I don't think she stacked anything at all. But and his Centaur Runner TPing in with the ward, and it looks like he will be forced to go away. Fisher will connect, double blink in. He looks like he's in big danger right now. Echo Slam will be used to ensure he does not run away. He will get a kill. Spirit Breaker charging onto the Earthshaker. He is confirmed. Earthshaker ultimate will be used onto the Spirit Breaker will use the ultimate to secure that kill. Dream Coin being dropped once again, and he will go down, this time to the Bat Rider. And Lycan just picked up a double damage, so he will look to push the bottom tower as the whole Radiant team is up in mid, trying to push the T3. I'm not too sure whether it is a good exchange, and I don't believe the Lycan is able to push faster than a 4-man team, especially when you have a bonus 62 damage Manta Star completed on the Draw Ranger. Once she activates her Precision Aura, there will be a lot of damage coming up from the familiars, and Lycan looks like Lycan will be pushing the bottom lane. He does notice that the whole top lanes are pushing right now. Bat Rider blinks in, doesn't get anyone within range, and he will force up himself out of there. No T3 push coming up yet. Lycan does get the kill, so gets the T2, so I'm not sure whether Lycan will be interested to try to push for the T3 and force a trade or sword, but looks like he won't. He will TP back as Earthshaker tries to clean things up at the bottom lane, and Radiant will back off, even though they do have the Aegis. Visage actually getting really close. I think Visage getting really close to his. He will pick up the final component. Bat Rider in position to make a jump right there, but actually all 4 of them are within a scary position. Centaur Warrunner is being spotted out right now by the Bat Rider, but they will TP away. All 5 entire team is actually up top, ready to defend this fight. Puck is spotted out by a creep. He is forced to back away. Dream just throw a illusionary up in, and nothing much beyond that. So they are pretty calm up for a very effective Dream Coil. Bat Rider going onto the back lane. Looks like he is looking for a jump. All of them backing away. They notice the missing Bat Rider. They don't want to get jump on right now. Bat Rider coming up with the final few seconds of his Firefly. Looks like they won't get a fish. They will get a top lane though. So I think it's still not a very big lead right now, but well, it's pretty obvious that the Chameleon is in a disadvantage. All the cooldowns, everyone's cooldown ready. Manta Star is up, Aegis is ready, and Earthshaker picking up the Helm of Iron Will. I'm thinking he's working towards the Veil of Discord. I'm not sure what it's called, but Bat Rider will come in, jumps onto the Vengeful Spirit, charge being used on him. Centaur Runner blinks in, but immediately silenced up by the Vengeful Spirit. Pipe being popped right now, Verger being burst down, Spirit Breaker ultimate used onto the Bat Rider. He will go down, swap being used to save someone. I'm not sure, I did see that. Earthshaker's ultimate connecting beautifully right there, and the Lycan Wardrobe does go down. Flings in for a chain stun, trying to get a double edge off. He looks like he's just trying to burst the Earthshaker down. Will not be able to burst the Shaker down. 4 goes down. Triple Q going the way of the Visage. Puck blinks in. Buyback coming out from the Centaur Warrunner as Visage will be just right click down and speedy. Eventually the Visage will go down from the buyback on the Centaur Warrunner. Puck use the blink. Centaur Warrunner will get out of there alive. Earthshaker manages to keep himself alive, and looks like this will be a T3, and there's really nothing much to stop. There's only a Centaur Warrunner. He may be able to blink in and pick a kill, but nope, it's not gonna risk anything. Manta Star is being popped right now, so looks like there will be a top lane cleared. Maybe a switch lane, I don't think so. Maybe able to, but I don't think they want to risk it. They do have a 10-second free lane. They want to defend the middle lane, so they won't try to get a top lane. They won't swing to the middle lane and try to get a tower or something. But anyway, they will move away. And The last fight actually ensures that the goal lead swings a sharp spike upwards towards a 15,000 gold lead and a 13,000 experience lead. Puck does store up his haste rune instead of trying to heal himself up right there. So Puck may be interested to do a solo engagement onto the Vengeful Spirit. No idea so far. Double ward on the double ward right there, may be able to pick him off, but looks like he's more interested in the Vengeful Spirit. He will get a kill on the Vengeful Spirit. Just blink away right there to a safer distance, and looks like a killing spree will go the way of Parastrick. Haste rune being popped right now, blinks in, Dream Coil drop down onto the Lina alone, trying to connect the stun but fails to get a good stun off, and Lina will go down. Lina and the Vengeful Spirit is down, and all 5 of them are up. This looks like a mid lane Rex to me. Sentry ward is being dropped down to ensure that there are no wolves there sculling out their position and preventing a blink dagger, and the creep and the visage creeps will go in. As you can see, 73 bonus damage. That's just ridiculous amount of damage coming out. They have a very high attack speed. Eel Scepter being used right there, and Lasso used onto the Lycan. Lycan does have a BKB up, so the Earthshaker does not connect his ultimate on there, but Centaur Runner stuns up 2 of them, but will try to save the Lycan. He will go down instead. Virgil will go down right after that too. Vengeful Spirit is back up. 10 more seconds for the Lina. The Rex will go down. Vengeful Spirit shows up. Fear slow being used right there. They're trying to get a kill onto the Puck right now. Now switching onto the Lycan, onto the Earthshaker, but Earthshaker will be able to move out of this. Not sure whether they want to stay for a final push, but looks like Radiant Team ARX will back off. They won't want to risk this. Lycan was saved actually by the Centaur Warrunner, which paid with his life, but Lycan just managed to stay alive and discourage this push right now. So we do have about 2 more minutes on the Roshan. No one has the Aegis. I think Drow Ranger lost the Aegis or something like that. I'm not so sure who's working. So yes, the Veil of Discord is being picked up right there, and he is now working towards a Nagalim Scepter. Very close actually. He does have a few very beautiful Echo Slam, except the last one. The last one wasn't too good because Lycan and I think Spirit Breaker was on BKB too, so both of them didn't take much damage right there. Earthshaker is turning into a carry, and Visage, actually all of them are turning into carries because they're just really well farmed. It is a more than 20,000 gold elite and experience lead right now. Mechanism is being used to just boost everyone up. You can see, I think they do an engagement now onto the Vengeful Spirit. Silence connects on there. Lasso being used onto the Lina. Ultimate pops up onto the Drow Ranger by the Spirit Breaker, but he will still go down. Lina does manage to stun up, but does not escape the damage and range from the Drow Ranger. Spirit Breaker will go down to Vengeful Spirit, now being caught in a dangerous position. Magic Missile being used to stun up. Silence misses the key point. A sword being used to pull himself back, but Drow Ranger will still get the kill. Centaur Runner staying up there, farming up on neutral. This looks like GG. Both supports are down. Lina is down. All 5 from the Radiant team is up, and a 3,000 gold lead. This looks like we're pushing all the way in, and I don't think there's anyone to stop. Veil of Discord actually just casually being used onto the creeps. Glyph being used to try to stay alive, I guess. We do have the, and there you have it. GG is finally being caught from a Vengeful Spirit after Mega Crypts being used right now. Stun's coming up right there, but doesn't matter. Looks like Lycan may be burst down. Lycan's ultimate being popped up right now. Earthshaker going really low, but manages to stay alive. Vengeful Spirit gets the final kill, and that is the end of Game 1. Game 1 will go the way of ARX, and I'll see you in a few seconds for Game 2.